Hey, Celtics Nation. We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Boston Celtics. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll always stay up to date and never miss out on any exclusive news. Rumors have been swirling around the Boston Celtics locker room this week, and the basketball world can't stop talking about it. Sources close to the team suggest that head coach Joe MAZZULLA has openly criticized Jaylen Brown, claiming that the star player is contaminating the locker room atmosphere with his attitude and behavior. Brown, known for his explosive athleticism and scoring ability, has been a cornerstone of the Celtics' recent success, yet whispers indicate that his influence might be more divisive than anyone expected. Inside sources reveal that teammates have reportedly expressed frustration over Brown's approach to leadership and communication, hinting that subtle tensions could be simmering beneath the surface. MAZZULLA, who has had to manage a roster full of personalities and egos, seems to be facing challenges balancing the star power of players like Brown with the cohesive unity necessary for championship contention. Fans are divided, some defending Brown fiercely as a key player, while others speculate that his behavior could indeed be affecting team chemistry in ways not immediately visible on the court. As the rumor mill continues to churn, analysts and insiders alike are scrutinizing every practice, every post-game interview, and every social media post for signs of unrest or confirmation of these explosive claims. The timing of these whispers couldn't be more dramatic, as the Celtics are currently navigating a crucial stretch of the season where playoff positioning hangs in the balance. According to insiders, MAZZULLA's comments, although not officially documented, have been interpreted as a warning shot to the locker room, emphasizing that no player's talent exempts them from accountability or the responsibility of fostering a positive environment. Jaylen Brown, who played his lone college season at the University of California and was recognized as Pac-12 First Team and Pac-12 Rookie of the Year, has always been portrayed as a driven and fiercely competitive athlete. However, sources suggest that his relentless pursuit of excellence on the court may clash with his teammates' expectations of communication, leadership style, and collaborative effort. The rumor circulating among Boston sports community is that Brown's influence is polarizing, creating subtle factions within the team that could undermine cohesion if left unchecked. Analysts are dissecting game footage for signs of discord, from miscommunications during plays to perceived lack of engagement in huddles, while social media commentators speculate endlessly about the true nature of Brown's relationships with his fellow Celtics. Some former players have even chimed in, suggesting that while Brown's talent is undeniable, the human element of teamwork might be at risk if tensions aren't addressed quickly and decisively. As speculation grows louder, the Celtics' next games will be closely monitored for behavior, body language, and interactions that could validate or dispel these sensational claims. Insiders also hint that there may be a generational clash at play, with Brown representing a modern, highly individualistic approach to basketball, while MAZZULLA and other veteran players push for traditional team-first values that emphasize harmony and structure. Rumors suggest that the coach's frustration might stem not from Brown's on-court performance, which remains impressive, but from off-court dynamics that could influence morale and performance in subtle but impactful ways. Several sources claim that locker room meetings have become tense, with players carefully choosing their words and interactions, knowing that scrutiny from both media and team leadership is higher than ever. While Brown has historically been seen as a hard-working, determined athlete, the narrative emerging now paints him as a potential disruptor of team cohesion, and speculation is rampant that the Celtics front office may need to intervene to preserve stability. Pundits are predicting that if this perceived tension persists, it could affect rotation decisions, playtime distribution, and even future contract negotiations, adding layers of intrigue to an already charged situation. Fans are dissecting every press conference and interview, looking for subtle hints in body language or choice of words, fueling an ongoing debate over whether Brown's approach is genuinely harmful or if this is merely a case of media exaggeration. Meanwhile, rival teams may see an opportunity to exploit any cracks in the Celtics' unity, adding strategic implications to what might otherwise be a purely internal matter. As whispers continue to grow louder in sports circles, the line between rumor and reality becomes increasingly blurred, leaving everyone questioning what is really happening behind closed doors. The tension surrounding Brown isn't limited to locker room interactions. Social media chatter has escalated into heated debates among fans, journalists, and former players. Some argue that Brown's competitive nature is a driving force, pushing the Celtics to higher levels of performance, while others claim that his influence is divisive, creating factions that could jeopardize their championship aspirations. Analysts point to subtle behaviors, such as body language during timeouts or post-game celebrations, as potential evidence of underlying discord, sparking further speculation about whether Brown's presence is beneficial or detrimental to team morale. There are whispers that conversations between MAZZULLA and the front office have intensified, with the coaching staff allegedly seeking strategies to either mitigate Brown's influence or align him more closely with team culture. Meanwhile, insiders suggest that Brown himself may be unaware of the full extent of these perceptions, believing his commitment to excellence is consistent with the team's goals. The rumor mill thrives on ambiguity, and every hint of tension is magnified into a story of locker room drama, feeding fan debates and media coverage alike. While no concrete evidence has emerged to confirm that Brown is actively harming team cohesion, the narrative persists, creating a cloud of uncertainty over the Celtics' trajectory. As these discussions continue, every play, substitution, and post-game statement is analyzed under the microscope of speculation, leaving fans and insiders anxiously awaiting clarity on the true state of the locker room. Sources close to the team indicate that the pressure on MAZZULLA is immense, balancing the need to manage star talent with maintaining a unified, disciplined roster capable of competing at the highest level. The rumor that Brown is contaminating the team has created an undercurrent of tension that extends beyond the locker room, influencing media coverage, fan perception, and even opposing team strategies. Analysts note that if Brown's influence continues to be perceived negatively, it could have ripple effects on team chemistry, recruitment, and long-term planning, forcing management to make difficult decisions to preserve the Celtics' competitive edge. This situation highlights the delicate dynamics inherent in professional sports, where the interplay between individual brilliance and collective harmony can determine the success or failure of a franchise. Observers point out that while Brown's individual performance remains stellar, leadership and interpersonal impact are under unprecedented scrutiny, emphasizing that success in basketball requires more than scoring points. The narrative emerging in Boston portrays a dramatic tension between talent and cohesion, sparking speculation that internal conflicts could escalate if not managed proactively. As the rumor gains traction, sports commentators are keenly observing the Celtics' next moves, interpreting subtle interactions as potential indicators of either reconciliation or further division, fueling an ongoing dialogue that dominates headlines and online forums alike. Meanwhile, fan forums and social media channels are rife with speculation, with each new practice, game, or interview dissected for hints of unrest or confirmation of the brewing story. Rumors suggest that certain players may be quietly choosing sides, aligning either with MAZZULLA's vision of team-first culture or with Brown's high-intensity approach to excellence. Analysts have noted that even seemingly minor incidents, such as disagreements over rotations or differing approaches to practice drills, are magnified under the lens of this developing narrative, creating a perception of friction that may or may not reflect reality. Observers suggest that if Brown's presence is indeed creating tension, the front office may need to step in to mediate, establish clear expectations, and prevent any long-term damage to team chemistry. While these are, at this stage, unverified rumors, the chatter has reached a level where even casual fans are paying close attention to interactions between Brown, MAZZULLA, and other Celtic stars. The stakes are high, given Boston's ambitions and the competitive nature of the Eastern Conference, making the resolution of these rumors critical to both performance and public perception. As the story continues to unfold, every move on and off the court is being scrutinized, leaving the basketball world captivated by what could be one of the most intriguing internal narratives in recent Celtics history. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Finally, the tension surrounding Jaylen Brown highlights the complicated balance between star power and team unity in professional basketball. And insiders suggest that how the Celtics handle this situation could set a precedent for how high-profile personalities are managed across the league. While Brown has been celebrated for his athletic prowess and contributions to Boston's success, the emerging narrative paints him as a figure whose presence may be polarizing, demanding careful management from coaching staff and front office alike. Sources claim that MAZZULLA's remarks, interpreted by some as an acknowledgement of disruption, may indicate a proactive approach to safeguarding team culture while navigating the delicate dynamics of player influence. Analysts speculate that whether these whispers are based on concrete incidents or exaggerated perceptions, the mere suggestion that a star player could be contaminating the locker room creates a ripple effect across media coverage, fan discussion, and team strategy. The next series of games will likely be scrutinized with intense focus, as observers search for evidence of either cohesion or division within the Celtics' ranks. Meanwhile, fans continue to debate Brown's role, weighing his undeniable talent against potential off-court challenges, and insiders remain vigilant, monitoring interactions and behaviors that could provide clarity. In the midst of this rumor-laden environment, the Celtics are tasked with balancing performance, culture, and media scrutiny, all while navigating the complex realities of modern professional sports, where perception can be as influential as performance itself. Speculation surrounding Jaylen Brown and his impact on the Boston Celtics locker room has reached fever pitch, with insiders suggesting that even subtle shifts in behavior are being interpreted as confirmation of the ongoing narrative. Some sources claim that during recent practices, teammates have been observed exchanging glances or hesitating in communication, fueling whispers that Brown's influence is causing unspoken tension. Analysts emphasize that while Brown remains a dominant presence on the court, his perceived off-court impact could create a ripple effect, influencing both morale and the cohesion necessary for a championship run. Social media platforms are awash with debates, as fans dissect every post, interview, and game clip for signs of alignment or friction, amplifying the story in ways that may not reflect reality. Coaches and management are reportedly walking a tightrope, balancing the need to maximize Brown's contributions with maintaining a positive team environment. The rumor's persistence has created an atmosphere where even minor incidents are magnified, and speculation continues to grow that if left unchecked, the situation could escalate into a full-blown locker room crisis, potentially influencing rotation decisions, leadership roles, and the broader culture of the team. Observers remain captivated, analyzing every movement, every comment, and every nuance for clues about the unfolding drama. Reports indicate that some teammates may be quietly expressing frustration or adjusting their approach in response to Brown's presence, a dynamic that could create subtle factions within the Celtics roster. Insiders suggest that this perceived tension may not be overt or confrontational, but rather a series of small interactions that collectively shape the narrative of a divided locker room. Analysts speculate that these dynamics could have long-term implications, particularly if Brown's influence continues to be framed as disruptive by coaching staff or media outlets. Some former players have weighed in, noting that star athletes often bring both brilliance and complexity to team environments, and that managing personalities is as crucial as managing strategies. Social media commentary has added fuel to the fire, with each game, timeout, and interview dissected for evidence of friction, providing endless material for debate and speculation. The rumor that Brown is contaminating the locker room, whether based on fact or perception, has become a story that shapes fan expectations, media narratives, and potentially internal team decisions. Boston's next series of games are now framed not just in terms of wins and losses, but also as a barometer for evaluating the state of unity, leadership, and influence within one of the league's most high-profile teams. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.